Once upon a time. Just kidding, we're gonna take a break from the stories for this video and rewind a bit, because the energy around these parts has been feeling a bit off. I hung some of my prints on my wall a few weeks ago, and it just didn't turn out like I wanted. So, of course, the only solution was this full-blown 110% passion level decoration project and painting walls and everything. Half of the studio was already decorated, and the other half needed to match. And there were two criteria, okay? Criteria with number one, obviously, is it needed to match the other side. It needed to be nice and cozy and magical so that I could come in here every day and feel like I'm in my own little world. Criteria number two was a little more business-driven. We're gonna pause for dramatic effect here because this was more difficult than it looked. Cut it. Okay, criteria number two. I needed a place to display artwork, take product photography, maybe have a little more room to film. So I experimented, moved some things around to try and figure out a new placement for everything in the room, and then bought some paint in the same color as the other wall. The truth is, I've always had... Oh, we need to pause for this clip, actually. I almost cut this clip because what even am I doing? I should have grabbed a broom or something, but I guess something inside of me thought that this would be more aesthetically pleasing without the broom, but... this is what I got instead. I don't know. So my darling husband taped off the wall for me while I painted, and within an hour it went from stark white to dark and moody. He made me a plant holder for our front room a while back, and I decided to steal that sucker to put in my studio because you can't have a magical wall if it's not covered in vines. Also, please take note of how small the plants are right now because a year from now they're going to be so big and beautiful. There's the sweetest local gal, her name is Mandy, and she sells this amazing plant food. It's like a magical potion or something. I don't know what she puts in it, but I've been using it for over a year and my plants are so happy, and she gave me a discount code to share with you in case you wanted to try some too. I'll put it in the description. Anyway, at this point, part of me wondered if I should just ditch my whole art business altogether and open up some kind of plant business because that would be dreamy. But then I decided that I should just file that thought away with all of the other dreams of starting businesses that I've had over the years. My first business endeavor was calligraphy and lettering. That didn't really take off. I also looked into relationship and life coaching. At one point, I wanted to become something called an anaplastologist. They basically create prosthetics like for your face, so I could mold and paint someone a new ear. But I don't really want to work with bodies. Like every other girl probably in the world, I've also considered sharing my love of smoothies and coffee right alongside music therapy, teaching, home decorating, writing stories, event planning, and at one point, I wanted to be a hand model. I should probably just stick with my current career though, because it allows me to mix every single one of those passions into my videos whenever I please, although I haven't tried molding an ear yet, but maybe for a future video. See, look, more flowers, and there's my hand. So, living my dream, actually. I embellished one of my larger canvas prints because we needed something bigger to balance out the smaller frames I had chosen on the wall. I found some pretty frames at the thrift shop. I don't love to display my prints with glass, so thrift shops are perfect to find beautiful frames. So I just ditched the glass and displayed them in all their unprotected glory. Once I had everything up on the wall, I took some product photos to see if it all passed the test and looked pretty enough. And then I turned on all my pretty lights, activated my storytelling mode so I could sit and turn on a magical ambiance video, light my candle to summon my inner Granny Leia, and write my next story and painting, starting of course with the words, "Once upon a time."